Hello students, on the last turn we have discussed properties of bases, uses of bases, and beside that we have discussed what do all acids and bases have in common. Today we will discuss two of the activities that is given in NCERT book. These first activity from that is to investigate whether all compounds containing hydrogen are acidic, and other activity is do acids produce ions only in aqueous solution. So first of all we will take the first activity, whether all compounds containing hydrogen are acidic. The activity is given in NCERT on page number 22, and the activity is 2.8. It is given in the activity that if we take the solution of sulfuric acid H2SO4, hydrochloric acid HCl, glucose C6H12O6 and alcohol, for example ethyl alcohol C2H5OH, and check whether they are conducting electricity on passing electric current or not. So for this we will use the setup given on page number 22 in figure number 2.3. Then it is observed that only aqueous solution of H2SO4 and HCl are conducting electricity, but glucose and alcohol are not conducting electricity. So this through this activity we come to know that only those substances conduct electricity which produce H positive ions when dissolved in water. So aqueous solution of an acid ionize or dissociate to give H positive ions, and as these ions are charged entities and they move towards their respective electrodes when electric current is passed through the solution. Thus they conduct electricity, mean H2SO4 hydrochloric acid and hydrochloric acid, mean sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid, they both will conduct electricity. But in case of glucose and alcohol, they do not ionize in aqueous solution to give H positive ions, that is hydrogen present in them is non-ionizable, so they do not conduct electricity, as flow of ions is responsible for flow of current. So this activity, whether all compounds containing hydrogen are acidic, can be proved by this experiment or this activity. Mean all compounds containing hydrogen are not acidic, but only those are acids which produce hydrogen ion in aqueous solution, or we can say which ionize on passing electric current. In the similar manner, similar way, those are bases which produce hydroxyl or OH negative ions in aqueous solution. Now one more activity that is given in book NCERT, do acids produce ions only in aqueous solution? So this activity is given on page number 23, and activity is 2.9. In this activity, when concentrated sulfuric acid is added in test tube containing sodium chloride NaCl, reaction occurs and a colorless gas produce. And when this gas is checked using both dry and wet litmus paper, we observe that dry litmus paper does not show color change, but wet litmus paper shows color change. This activity proves that dry HCl gas does not ionize to produce H positive ions, as ionization takes place in aqueous solution. Hence, dry litmus paper does not show acidic properties. But wet litmus paper shows color change due to ionization of HCl in presence of water. So, these are the both the activities. You can recall them by listening the video. Now, dilution of acids and bases. How can we make a concentrated acid or base diluted? As we know, the concentration of H positive ions in acid and OH negative ions in a base per unit volume shows the concentration of an acid or base. On mixing acid to water, the concentration of hydrogen ion per unit volume decreases. Similarly, by addition of base, concentration of OH या hydroxyl negative ion per unit volume decreases. And this process of addition of acid or base to water is called dilution. The acid or base formed after dilution is called diluted. As the dilution of acid or base is an exothermic reaction, so the acid or base should be added to water with constant stirring, and water should not be added to acid or base. As we have discussed earlier, if water is added to a concentrated acid, the heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out and cause burns. Now, how strong are acids or base solution? What is the concentration of a acid or base taken? So, as we know that water contain both H positive and OH negative ions, and in case of distilled water or pure water, concentration of H positive ions equal to OH negative ions. These are equal in a pure solution or pure water or distilled water. So, when we add acid to water, concentration of hydrogen ion increases and concentration of OH negative ions decreases. And when we add base to water, concentration of OH negative ion increases and H positive ion decreases. So, we can say both acidic solution as well as basic solution both contain H positive ions, but acid solution contain more of H positive ion and basic solution contain more of OH negative ions. Now, how we can find out that how strong a acid or base is? So, to find out this, we can make use of universal indicator. Universal indicator, what is a universal indicator? It is a mixture of several indicators. As we have discussed earlier about the litmus, turmeric, and then methyl orange, phenolphthalein, etc. These are also indicators, but universal indicator, it is a mixture of all these indicators, and this shows different colors at different concentration of hydrogen ion in a solution. This hydrogen ion is called pH scale. So, pH scale, a scale on which the strength of acidic as well as basic solution could be represented by using H positive ion concentration in them. So, definition of pH scale is a scale for measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution is called pH scale. In this pH, P stand for Potenz in German, meaning power, and on pH we can measure pH from 0 to 14. 0 mean very acidic and 14 very basic or alkaline. Now, formula for pH, pH proportional is inversely proportional to pH inversely proportional to 1 upon H positive ion. So, higher the hydrogen or hydronium ion concentration, lower is the pH value. pH of a neutral solution is equal to 7. pH of acidic solution is less than 7 and pH of basic solution more than 7. Means if concentration of solution is 2, it is more acidic, and if concentration is 6, it is less acidic. In the similar way, if concentration is 8, it is less basic, and if it is 13 or 14, it is more basic. Now, importance of pH in daily life. Our body works within pH range of 7.2 to 7.8. So, all living organism can survive only in a narrow range of pH scale. If this scale differs, we may face problems like HCl that is produced itself in our stomach, although it helps in digestion of food, but if it increase too much due to any cause, we may feel pain and irritation. So, to neutralize that, we use antacid called like magnesium hydroxide, called as milk of magnesia, or baking soda or Eno powder, etc. The acid that is if produced more in stomach can be neutralized by using that. Beside that, tooth decay also starts when pH of the mouth lower than 5.5. Although tooth enamel, which is calcium phosphate, and it is the hardest substance in the body, but it also get corroded when pH of mouth is below 5.5. Besides that, bacteria present in mouth also produce acids by degradation of sugars and food particles remaining in the mouth. So, to prevent tooth decay, we should clean the mouth every time after eating and also using a basic toothpaste before going to bed, because it can also neutralize the excess acid and prevent tooth decay. When a bee stings a person, it injects an acidic liquid, methanoic acid or formic acid, into the skin, which causes immense pain and irritation. So, by rubbing a mild base like baking soda solution on the sting area can give relief. Being base, baking soda neutralize the acidic liquid injected in by the bee and can cancel its effect, so we can get relief. Beside that, aquatic animals also suffers when rain mixed with carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxide, etc. Goes into the water bodies and reduce the pH of water body. And if it is less than 5.6, the life of aquatic animals becomes difficult. Besides that, pH is also important for plants. Plants also need a specific pH range of for their healthy growth. They grow best when pH of soil is nearly 7. So, when soil is more acidic, it is made basic by adding quicklime or slag lime or chalk, etc. And plants also grow well when the pH of the soil is more than near to 7. So, plants need soil which is neither acidic nor basic for their proper growth. So, that is all for today.